Hello children, welcome to my channel Sri Tutorials. Today we are going to study the 12th economics, first chapter, Introduction to Micro and Macroeconomics, 7 marks chapter. First we are going to see the introduction. There are two branches of economics. First one is microeconomics and second one is macroeconomics. Micro is the word derived from the Greek word mikros, which means small, whereas macro is the word derived from Greek word macros, which means large. These two concepts or the two names come first introduced by Ragnar Frisch in his book. He is from Oslo University. Now second is historical review of microeconomics. See, in this question never comes for the 4 marks in this portion. Before October 2021 it asked for 4 marks, but now it comes for your objectives question. जैसे यहाँ पे पूछ सकते हैं कि न्यू क्लासिकल इकोनॉमिक्स and then you have to write down the name of the neoclassical economics. Now historical review of microeconomics. It was developed first the traditional approach. This is the traditional approach. The origin can be traced back to the era of classical economics. Adam Smith, David Ricardo and J. Smith. See, classical economists are 3 classical economists: Adam Smith, David Ricardo and J. Smith. It was further popularized by neoclassical economist Professor Alfred Marshall in his book Principles of Economics in the year 1890. Third point you have to write down the other economists: Professor Pigou, J.R. Hicks, Professor Samuelson, Mrs. Joan Robinson also contributed in the development of microeconomics. It's a very easy. If they ask the relationship or then the question will be neoclassical economics, Alfred Marshall, odd one out. Suppose they ask you the odd one out. Professor Alfred Marshall, Smith, David Ricardo, J. Smith. क्लासिकल इकोनॉमिक्स अगर पूछे एडम स्मिथ, डेविड रिकार्डो, जे स्मिथ and Professor Alfred Marshall, then odd one out is your Professor Alfred Marshall. Your answer is Professor Alfred Marshall, because Professor Alfred Marshall is a neoclassical economist, not the classical economist. Then now we are going to see the meaning of microeconomics. Small part of things. Microeconomics is the small part of thing. It deals with small part of economy. It studies individual units, individual consumer, individual producer or firm. Also price of a particular commodity or factor. See, it is the study of tree, not the forest. If they ask you the question in identify the concept, microeconomics is the answer, and then you have to write down this meaning, or you can write down the definition of the microeconomics. Both give you the 1 mark. Okay? माइक्रोइकोनॉमिक डेफिनेशन, देखो डेफिनेशन ऐसी चीज होती है जो बड़ा लिखेंगे तो ज्यादा मार्क्स नहीं मिलने वाले हैं. डेफिनेशन इज डेफिनेशन, क्या बोला है उतना लिखना है. सो दिस इज वेरी इजी वन. Microeconomics is in fact a microscopic study of the economy. Microscopic study क्या होता है? Microscopic means in detail. माइन्यूट से माइन्यूट, छोटी से छोटी चीजें क्या की जाती है, यहाँ पे स्टडी की जाती है. So microeconomics is in fact a microscopic study of the economy. This definition was given by Maurice Dow. Then very important question for your 4 marks question is scope of microeconomics. First one is theory of product pricing. Second one is theory of factor pricing. And third one is theory of economic welfare. First one is theory of product pricing. See, theory of product pricing here, price of a commodity microeconomics helps to determine. देखो प्राइस के साथ हमेशा determine यूज करना है. Here you have to write down the price of a commodity are determined by the market forces, and which are the market forces? Demand and supply. See, demand analysis shows the consumer behavior and supply analysis shows the producer behavior. 3 lines you have to write down in this. First one is microeconomics helps to determine the price of a commodity. The price of a commodity determined by the market forces, that is demand and supply. Third point you have to write down, demand and analysis shows the consumer behavior. मतलब as a consumer you have to think, and a supply analysis shows the producer behavior. Now second scope is theory of factor pricing. You know factors of production. Which are the factors of production? Land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. Microeconomics helps to determine the rewards for these factors of production. Rent for land, wages for labor, interest for capital, and profit for entrepreneur. So microeconomics helps to determine the factor rewards. Which are the rewards? Rent, wages, interest, and profit. Okay. Now the third one is theory of economic welfare. What is economic welfare? It deals with the microeconomics, deals with the efficiency of the allocation of resources. Allocation means, what is allocation? Allocation means gathering of the resources. And what is efficiency? Efficiency means, in simple language, minimize the wastages. So efficiency here attained when result is maximization of satisfaction of people. Efficiency कब पता चलेगी? जब प्रोड्यूसर, कंज्यूमर, इनको क्या होगा? मैक्सिमम सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलेगा, तभी क्या होती है? एफिशिएंसी होती है. ओके. There are 3 efficiency. First one is efficiency in production. अब efficiency in production क्या है? क्या हो सकता है efficiency in production? So producing maximum possible amount of goods and services from the given amount of resources. जो भी resources है, financial, raw material, these are your resources. So from that produce maximum possible amount of goods and services means less wastage at the time of production is known as the efficiency in production. Then second one is efficiency in consumption. Consumption means it is related with the consumer. So distribution of produced goods. Efficiency in consumption means distribution of produced goods and services among people. किसे करना है? डिस्ट्रीब्यूट अमंग पीपल. क्यों करना है? फॉर कंजम्पशन एंड गेट मैक्सिमम टोटल सेटिस्फैक्शन ऑफ कंज्यूमर. सिर्फ डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है क्या कंजम्पशन के लिए? नहीं, ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने के बाद टोटल सेटिस्फैक्शन ऑफ कंज्यूमर शुड गेट. तो एफिशिएंसी इन कंजम्पशन. लास्ट वन इज ओवरऑल इकोनॉमिक एफिशिएंसी. It means production of those goods which are most desired by the people. जो फैशन में है उसे ही प्रोड्यूस करो. जो फैशन आउट ऑफ गया है, आउट ऑफ फैशन है, उसे मत प्रोड्यूस करो. अगर ज्यादा तुम लोगों ने एज अ प्रोड्यूसर, when you produce the goods which are desirable by the people, then demand will be high for your product. Okay, so there is less wastage. Got it? If you understand this concept, please subscribe, like and share my channel. Thank you.